Kirby and the Forgotten Land is the latest game in the Kirby series, and it's set to release at the end of the month. This will actually be the first time that a mainline Kirby game takes place in a full 3D world, and also introduces new mechanics, including Mouthful Mode, and upgraded evolved copy abilities. Welcome back to One Up Binge, guys. This video is going to be a bit different because we're just sort of testing the waters with the new Kirby game demo, but when the full game comes out, we will be doing a full in-depth Kirby and the Forgotten Land copy abilities weak to powerful video. But today I just wanted to talk about the demo itself because it's actually got me really excited for the full release, so I'll give you my thoughts on the copy abilities and the Mouthful abilities and ranking them from worst to best. Based on the demo, I actually think this game is going to be a lot of fun, and I actually haven't played a mainline Kirby game since Kirby Superstar, which was one of my favorite games on the SNES. And I think it's actually what made me enjoy this demo so much, because all the main copy abilities come from that old school era, and whenever I picked one up, I kinda got hit with nostalgia for the ones in Kirby Superstar. The sword, the bomb, the ice. They're also similar to the classics, both visually and how they control, but also updated enough through their evolved modes to feel fresh in a 3D environment. It feels like you're playing Kirby Superstar if it was designed in 2022. And I really love the world's theme of an empty, vacant city being overrun with nature and new enemies. So let's talk about the copy abilities we've been able to try so far. Now, it's obviously too early to say for sure, and this list is going to be subjective, but this is my ranking for copy abilities from worst to best, and I'll be factoring in their base and evolved forms. First up, my least favorite of the copy abilities is the Cutter. This one was always one of the ones I skipped in Kirby Superstar, and it feels kinda similar here. It's cool to have a hybrid of ranged and close-up blades, but this one just isn't as fun as the sword is for hacking and slashing. When you upgrade to the second tier of this copy ability, it definitely becomes cooler. It's faster, and you get the heavier attack. But still, I find it to be the most forgettable copy ability. The sword is much better in my opinion. It's way simpler, and just gives you the chance to treat the level like a hack and slash. Simple, but good. I like the addition of the guard ability, and the spinning slash is always great. And of course, I love that they've kept the green link hat going for all these years. When you upgrade to the Gigant Sword, it's exactly what you would expect. You get a bigger, beefier sword and more attack range. I still kinda like the main sword ability better just because of its speed, but this one is a cool upgrade. My second favorite copy ability here has to be the ice. The ice and the fire were always really cool abilities, and I appreciate the effort they put into the details on this one. Having Kirby skate around on the icy crates is really awesome. I've always enjoyed these types of little details, again, even in those old school Kirby games. And here, ice is a really useful copy ability. Breathing ice can freeze your enemies, but the defense is especially cool, where Kirby can freeze himself to avoid taking damage. When you upgrade the ice ability to Frosty Ice, you can make snowmen to throw around. Or snow walruses. I think those are walruses. In the demo, you really only get to try it out on the boss, where you basically freeze this giant gorilla's family jewels off. But my favorite copy ability so far is the bomb. Really basic in its first form, you can throw bombs at your enemies, like you always could. But the evolved copy ability, Chain Bomb, is a lot of fun to use. It basically allows you to keep spamming bombs at your enemy, but when you place those bombs in proximity to one another, you can set up chain reaction explosions. I really love this one just because it's cool to see how big you can make your chain reaction on any given battlefield or boss fight. So the Chain Bomb is easily my favorite copy ability yet. But let's talk about the Mouthful Mode, a really unique and random mechanic that I think Nintendo may have knocked out of the park on this one. So far, there have been 3 main Mouthful modes in the demo, if you don't include this thing that you just use to open and free a Waddle Dee. It's hard to rank them based on how good they are because they're all required utilities based on the section you're at. So I'm just gonna rank them based on how cool and how fun they are to use. I think the parking cone is fine, but it kinda gets old after a while. I like how it can be used to break open holes and reveal new sections of the map, but it's definitely my least favorite. But I really love the car. I'm willing to bet the car ends up being one of the Mouthful modes that pops up regularly throughout the game, just because it's enjoyable to drive around fast and tear through levels. But I gotta say, my favorite Mouthful mode is the soda machine. Does it seem like the most useful? Probably not, but I just really like the creativity behind it. Whose idea was it to make a soda machine ability that lets you shoot cans of soda as projectiles? I have no idea, but they deserve a raise. I think Kirby and the Forgotten Land is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. When the game does come out, we are going to do a full copy ability weak to powerful video, so be on the lookout for that, as well as some other Kirby videos as well. But in the meantime, let us know in the comments section what your favorite copy abilities are in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. We're looking to start doing a lot more videos here on Wanna Binge, so stay tuned, and as always, thanks for watching.